Hey world, bitmap dev here. You are hearing my voice for the first time because today we're rolling out the start of phase 2 and we've got some great new features to show you. But before I go straight into those, in case you missed our last update, you can now change the view of the map from horizontal to vertical, which matches the unofficial Ordinals wallet view. You can also search straight for your block and hop immediately to it. And if you did notice this the last time we released it, you were probably thinking, well, what use is that to me now? Well, here's where phase 2 comes in. You can now click on any of your blocks, or any of the blocks, and see this little sidebar open. This little sidebar, let's find a slightly more interesting block, will show you all of the parcels that are contained within that district. Now, what can you do with that? Well, you might have also noticed the new connect button in the top right corner. From here, you can connect your Xverse wallet, your Unisat wallet, or manually enter an address to verify in bitmap.land if you are the owner of that block. So let's connect a Unisat wallet. Okay, connect. There we go. I'm the owner of this district. So, what can you do here? Well, for one, this looks awfully zoomed out, right? But like the main map, you can zoom in by scrolling or pinching on a mobile device, and you can move around in here. And if you are the owner of this district, you can change from the move mode to the select mode, where you can click on individual parcels to select them. You can also deselect parcels, and this works the same if you drag. So you can just go ham with drawing some stuff in here. So let's just clear that out. Right, let's get to the inscribing. Why would you inscribe? Well, you can inscribe these parcels now, if you like, to transfer those parcels to other users. So you can give away parts of your district to other people. So how does this work? Now, this is actually a two-step process. The first piece is that you inscribe your parcels, and the second piece is that you tap that district that you own in order to lock those parcels in. You'll see at the top here we've got these different states that things can be in. Inscribed untapped means that I've inscribed the parcels, but they aren't confirmed to be mine yet, and inscribed tapped means that they are mine. The tapping phase is literally just after you inscribe your parcels, you transfer your bitmap back to your own wallet, and that will lock them in. The reason this is done is to try and prevent front running when people are selling their bitmaps. So say I want to sell you one of my bitmaps, and you're happy to purchase that. Now we could start a sale, and as soon as that goes into the mempool, I could then try and claim all of the parcels in that bitmap for myself. So you end up with a bitmap that doesn't contain any parcels, or does contain parcels, but they're still owned by me. By forcing you to transfer your bitmap to yourself after inscribing the parcels, one of two things is going to happen. Either the sale's going to fail, and the bitmap gets transferred back to me, and I get all the parcels, or the sale will go through, and at that point, the parcels will not be owned by me, you will own those, because I didn't tap before I sent it to you. Let's have a look at this in action. So, if we hit select, let's select and drag a few parcels. If we hit inscribe selected, this opens with our partner, luxordinal.com. Now you'll notice here, the first thing you should do is make sure you've got an ad blocker disabled, just in case that's going to mess with anything. Once that's good, you'll notice here we've pre-populated your address, we've got parcels bitmap set, and here's the block I was looking at, and here are all of the parcels that I'd had selected. Now, you don't need to worry about a lot of the settings down here. These are more pro features for those of you that want to mess around with the deeper parts of the Bitcoin blockchain, but you can change the fee rate if you'd like, but it shouldn't really need to be changed because you're not going to be racing anyone. Only you can inscribe your parcels at the moment. Now, if we hit estimate fees, okay, that's only $4.50 for 6 parcels. That seems fine. In inscribe, it's going to add a minimum developer tip. So that's an extra $0.94. And I should point out at this point that not only is this a lot easier to use than any system out there at the moment, but as far as I know, this is the cheapest way to inscribe your parcels that you will find, cheaper than Unisat. Let me know if you find somewhere that is cheaper than ours, but now you just hit inscribe. Now, important, do not close this window. We have this open in a new window so that you can go back to your bitmap and look around doing stuff. And you will be able to see these parcels being inscribed in real time. If you do close this window, reload the page or something, your transactions may fail. Now, if that happens, you can recover them yourself. So let me just reload the page, and that should mess with stuff. Right, so our transactions may or may not have gone through now. But fortunately, Luxordinal has a backup feature down here. If you click on this backup usage, you'll see here, right, so there's one transaction that may or may not have gone through. From here, we can either delete it and it will be cancelled, or we can hit recover and it will restart that transaction for you. It's also worth noting, if you're going to be using this, that you could get rate limited by the mempool. So we recommend only inscribing up to 20 parcels at a time if you want them to be consistent. If you want to inscribe more, you can, but you may have to use the backup feature if you get rate limited and some of those transactions don't hit the mempool. All right. Yeah, I think that's all we got for you today. Go inscribe. Go send some parcels to people. Make your district a community. Catch you next time.